ain't got $400. This one cost like $299, and I caught it on sale, and it's been acting crazy. So
Is it on warranty?
no, it's all about it's about
Yeah,
a
it's
year now.
past warranty.
Yeah,
Oh,
K Bone tried to help my brother out, but oh, did I? No, I didn't mess that up, did I?
Did we start a new one, or were we able to pop up
Yeah,
the old one?
we starting a new one. If you
Okay.
could hold up,
Yeah, I'm in there. I'm about to tell him.
okay, and let me see. I gotta get everything situated back. I did something that I shouldn't have did, and I don't know what I did, and I got men. Anyway, I'll fix it. But yeah, so uh, just let them know to jump over here in the new one.
Yeah, I just sent it.
Okay, and I gotta find it now. But yeah, so go ahead and finish what you were saying. I'm gonna pull this back up. So we was talking about Halo, right?
Yeah.
Man, I dropped some good nuggets too, bro.
I know. I apologize, bro. But go ahead, finish what you were saying, and I'm gonna get this situated again. Go ahead. It's we
oh no problem.
Yeah.
So I kind of what I left off with Halo, um, was the fact that it was a comparison that I was making to our reactions to Sonic, right? When Sonic first came out and how we were freaking out, how terrible it looked, and how we, were yelling at the producers and the CGI of the film and the movie company to do something about this because that wasn't Sonic. I don't know what that was. It wasn't even a furry. I don't know what that. It was just disgusting. Uh, but they went back and they made some modifications and listened to the audience and the people that spend the money, and they put out there something that looked very closer to what we know as Sonic, and people rewarded them with the movie, saw it, and now there's going to be a sequel, right? And I just wanted to applaud Microsoft for doing the same thing, right? For listening to their audience, for taking the time, going back, um, not putting the game out there, going back and getting the game looking better than what it was, than what they were trying to put out there. Not just quickly just putting the game out there on the shelves and then fixing it up later. Not putting the game out there and then doing a whole year of patches, Cyberpunk, but actually taking the time and putting out when you put out there a good quality product. And I know that I think there were some things that it's not going to be there at launch, but it looks the part. It looks like it plays smooth. It graphically it looks good enough. The campaign looks fun. They've been letting people play the multiplayer, and it looks like it's going to be fun. And I just wanted to applaud Microsoft for not being pressured to put the game out there and taking their flagship game, because Halo is Microsoft, and Microsoft is Halo, and taking it off the shelves and taking the time they need to get a quality product out to their consumers. So if I don't do anything nice to Microsoft, I'll do this piece here because I do applaud them for that, and I hope other game companies and manufacturers and producers and everything on the sun pay attention to this, and that you can take a game, especially if it has enough following behind it, and take your time with it and not just rush it out. So I give mad props to Microsoft for doing that. So that's my 2 cents.
Okay. Again, I apologize for the technical difficulties. Had a drop on my end, so I was trying to get everything back up. But anyway, I appreciate y'all jumping over from the old live to the new live, and we back on this subject of Halo and the campaign. Now, for me, I'm with D2K, and I think all of us kind of in the same have the same sentiments. It definitely looks better than it was looking. That much is true. But like D2K said, it looked like the best that last gen could offer, and that's to me that's a good assessment of what we saw here. It looks like the best of what last gen had to offer. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's not. But it just does not feel current gen or next gen current gen. It just doesn't feel that way to me. And
Right.
and I don't know if the first introduction, like you Keith, you asked the question, did the original premiere of this game sour our feelings about it? And I'm gonna probably say I think it did, because the first impression is a lasting one, and sometimes you only get one time to make an impression. And I think that fumble out the gate really did it in. Not to say that it's going to be a bad game. This is Halo. It's going to sell. It's going to do what it needs to do for Xbox. I believe people are going to enjoy it. I believe down the road we will have a whole different feeling about this game. But just that first initial presentation to now, it just feels like I'm still kind of hungover from there, and I'm really not. It's not really hitting me the same way. So that's what I would say. For me, it didn't do much for me. So I don't know. That's where I'm at with it. Anything else to add to this subject?
For me,
Nah. But this game, right, is going to be on all the pretty much system, PC, Xbox, the Series X, Xbox OG. It's going to be pretty much on all of them. So it's not quote unquote Xbox Series S exclusive, but still everyone gets to play on it. So I think that's cool.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And no, it's been said or suggested in the past that maybe because Microsoft is spreading itself thin of making it available to all these different consoles, that's really what's held back the development of this game, and maybe that's the reason why they couldn't really push it to where it should be, because they can't push it so far away to where it will be a huge drop off from the Series X to the OG Xbox One. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's definitely something that's part of the conversation.
It's something to think about because there's certain technologies you can't use if like ray tracing per se. I mean, you can use it, but the game can't. It has to look good with the other types of reflection maps, right? It can't just rely on ray tracing. It has to work with everything else that you can do with it. So there's stuff like that and different technologies, with the Unreal engines and stuff that they're coming out with and utilizing that you can't fully, even maybe some homegrown things. But I don't know. I still don't know that argument as well as I need to be able to say that development game for older system truly holds it back because there are ways to technically get around it. And so I don't know what side of the argument I sit on with that because I kind of flip flop both ways every now and then depending on how it's argued. So I'm not set in stone on if older technologies actually holds back a game.
I think I just think the game itself just looks kind of uninspired. So yeah, I don't think the technology of the Xbox One or anything like that, like K1 said, holds it back. I think it's the creativeness that holds it back. You look at this, and I think I heard somebody say something about the multiplayer was like classic. Like they use a lot of words like classic and nostalgia when it comes to Halo because it's not doing anything to like revolutionize the first person genre or multiplayer anymore. It's just kind of a hey, we got to give y'all a Halo, and this one looks good. So I'm not gonna sit there and hate on it, but it just looks like another Halo. While other people are giving us new experiences, even with older games. While we know that Microsoft isn't going to do this, so it's kind of like let me go in with the knowledge that I know this is going to be a standard Halo game that looks good.
And
So
that kind of goes to a conversation we were having before on how Halo. It seems like now it's okay, we've nailed it, we've got it. And if you actually go to the video, if you look at the comments section, that's all people are saying. Oh, they finally nailed it. They finally got it back to the true Halo experience. That's 20 years ago. First person shooters have come a long way since then. But like I said before, playing the game, it does feel like an upgrade from the old. I don't know why. I don't know. Some people just are led by their emotions and they don't let take over. Playing the game, the game does not feel dated at all. It feels more modern. The way the game
Mm.
Mhm.
feels.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like I said, for me, and not being the Halo first person shooter guy, I mean, I don't feel like my assessment is either is really really well. It's fair, but it don't really give credence to those who play these type of games. But it don't look like it's a bad game. It just, again, I think that first impression kind of is what's still lingering with me. Cause what I saw looks good. It just doesn't look. It I can't lie and say it looks like what I'm thinking the next gen Halo will look. It looks like Halo just really sharpened up and cleaned up, and that's not bad at all. Nintendo does that a whole lot with a lot of stuff that they do. They just clean it up. But with these two powerhouses of systems, I'm expecting them to push it forward a lot more than what they did. Like if I look at Ratchet and Clank, uh, and the one on versus the one on the PlayStation 4. Even though it's in the same field, same vein, it's still there's a distinction. There's clearly a difference between the two, subtle and very just clear. Whereas with this one, this looks like Halo, and they could have easily put remastered on it, and you wouldn't have thought anything of it. And that's kind of where I take issue, but that's it. Far as watching the gameplay, it looks fast, it looks sharp, it looks exciting, it looks like it can be a whole lot of fun, especially the online portion and the campaign. I'm pretty sure the story gonna be a continuation of not the last one, but the one prior to. What was the one on the last one on the 360? What was that one? I can't remember the name
Reach.
of that one.
Reach, yeah.
No,
I got
not
a
Reach.
list of
The
it.
one with Master Chief. The last one with Master Chief actually in it. That I think it was
On three,
4
on 360.
on the 360. It was on the 360 because I remember the whole big thing about a lot of the cats that left Retro Studios helped develop that first. It was their first Halo title that they made. It was at the end of the 360. I think it was Halo. I want to say Halo. The last one with Master Chief in it.
Master Chief wasn't in Reach. I thought it was in Reach.
Now y'all know talking about something I don't know anything about.
No, I don't think he was. Well, maybe
I mean, you
I'm
had
wrong.
Halo 4, and you had Halo Reach. That was the last one from Bungie.
Yeah,
And
Halo
then
Reach was on.
and Halo 4 came after Reach.
Did Halo 4 come after Reach? Let me
Yeah.
look this up.
Because that was the first
Yeah.
one with 343.
I'm looking at it now. You
Okay,
got
so what's the
2,
order?
3, Halo 2, 3, Halo Wars, Halo 3, ODST, Halo Reach. I guess they redid Halo Combat Evolved. Then Halo 4,
And what system
and
was
then
that on?
360.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I was right. Halo 4. That's the one I'm talking about. That was the last one before the 360 hit was retired before they moved on to the one. And it was a lot of folks was liking the closure of it. It was the last. So I think it's kind of a continuation from there. That's what it looks like. And like I said, I'm pretty sure there's a good experience to be gained there. So I ain't knocking it. There's no reason to knock Halo. It just, I wish they would have showed this at the gate. And maybe our feelings about it be different if we didn't see them trip out the gate so bad. We might have it. I personally might have a different feeling about the game. But right now, that's how I feel about it. It's I don't want to say meh, but it's like, yeah, I'm looking for something else for me. So I don't know. I don't know if my feelings is fair to be shared. It is fair, but I don't want to dump on Microsoft more than we.
It's fair to give your
Yeah.
opinion on something that you potentially will buy or not buy based off of
Right.
what you see. That's
Yeah.
how they get your money. You have to see it and say, hey, this is something I want, or say, well,
Right. You're right. You're right. I just don't want people thinking we always throwing shade at Microsoft. That's not the case. I still believe Microsoft, before it's all said and done, is going to have a lot to say. And matter of fact, let's continue. Let's go to this next game. Let's continue with Microsoft. Let's look at this Forza, and then we'll do. We won't be on here too long, and because I'm scared this mud might drop on me again. And I don't want no more droppage. I don't need K-Bum in my ear. Fool, I told you to get in. So, anyway, let me get over here. Let me pull it up real quick. But y'all can talk. This Forza looking nice. And I ain't even a Forza guy, and this looks good to me. Let me pull up. And y'all know I gotta find something with from Xbox. I don't want nothing. I ain't trying to show no. If I don't know you, I ain't showing you nothing. No, I'm gonna stop. But go ahead. What y'all think about this Forza? As I look for some gameplay footage.
I mean, what can you say about Forza that you haven't already played before? Just,
But
it
I
does
mean,
look good.
it looks.
It does
But
look
that's
good.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Because I don't know. I don't know if it was their E3 presentation or Xbox showcase or something that they had, and that was one of my takeaway games. I mean, you can go back and listen on one of the episodes that we were talking about this. This was. I mean, Forza's fun. Forza's one of those games where I can just sit back, throw on some music, and just go into that world. Because it's open world. Like I couldn't play any of the actual Forza games, like Forza 4 or something. Like I wouldn't want to play any of the, or was it 7? I wouldn't want to play any of that. But the Forza Horizon games and the fact that they're in Mexico and the sceneries and it's a beautiful game, man. But I mean, at the end of the day, it is just a racer. It's a beautiful racer, but yeah, it's fun. Get the chance to play with folks online. Um, have basically like car clubs and car races with friends, and it's just open world. Like you can pass people and just start racing them. Then they got these dang dust storms in the game now. Like what is that? I I never did that before, but it's cool. It's cool. It's Forza. It's
I'm
beautiful.
trying to find it. Because I can play it. I'm forgetting. I'm just gonna play the one I know I see here. But yeah, it looks amazing to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would actually. I'm gonna give IGN some love. I don't want to, but I ain't got a choice. They're gonna let IGN rock out. But
You can
anyway,
here.
no, I got it.
How
It's
did you?
all good. I'm up, man.
Okay.
I forget. I looked on. I went to their site, and it was too. I couldn't find nothing I wanted to see. But anyway, so I would buy this if I could. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would buy this game. This looks enough outside of just racing. I mean, it is, but it's enough of other things you can do to me here that would cause me to buy this title. It looks amazing. But again, what racing game 360 and up, PlayStation 3 and up, that doesn't look good. I think racing games, I think they're easy to make look good. I'm not gonna say easy, but they ain't as hard to make as we think. I would say that. I was watching a thing on it that they don't even push. Like there's 2D games that's harder to do than racer games, but still, I'm here for this. I likes this, and I would pick this up if this was on the PlayStation. I would pick this up. That's a definite. I want a good racer that ain't a kart. Put it like that. I want a good racer.
Without a plumber.
Without right,
Well,
right.
there could be one. You don't know who you're racing.
Uh,
Could be D2, but this looks amazing to me, man. And it's intriguing, it's interesting. I ain't think something as simple as driving around on like driving on a beach, and I'm here for it. I'm like, this is
Hold up.
cool. Go ahead.
So wait, what did you think about Forza Horizon 4 and 3?
See, but that's the thing. I never really, because it was racers and they all looked the same to me. I never really gave these titles any real time and real looks. I played them. They was cool, but I don't know what it is about this one that looking at it and watching it makes me want to play it. It's almost kind of like Need for Speed. It was a few Need for Speeds that I never cared about Need for Speed in most cases, but there was a few entries that caught my attention that made me want to play it. This is one racing game that I actually wouldn't mind playing, personally. I don't know if it's the visuals. I don't know if it's the freedom. I don't know what it is, but I want to play this. I really do.
For me, what I like to do, and I know I'm gonna let somebody else go, but what I like to do when I'm playing Forza, I sometimes just turn the music down, leave the engine and all the sound effects up, and I might put on the podcast and just race and just hit the signs and do all the little funny stuff that they got you doing in the game. Like the last one I officially bought was Forza Horizon 3, and they had the Hot Wheels in it. And I thought that was pretty. I thought that was pretty cool. And then they had the Blizzard where you can ride through the snow. But that's what I like to do. I put on a podcast that I like to listen to, and I like to drive around and zone out. It's pretty dope.
Okay, K-Bun, where you at, man? You quiet on us. What you feeling about this Forza 5, bruh?
I mean, how much kudos I'm gonna give to Microsoft in one podcast? Good lord. No, it looks good, man. Forza has always looked good, and I dare to say, and I'll go ahead and say this on live and level, that since Forza, I don't know what number it was, but at a certain point, graphically, I think it surpassed
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo. I really did. And I'm like, dang, they got him. Got him. I forget what Forza it was. I think after the PS3 Gran Turismo is what I'm thinking. Is when the Forza passed them up. And it looks good. I mean, I haven't played. I probably, if I would have played my Xbox for real, I would have gotten into Forza. But I don't play my Xbox as much as my PlayStation, so I only play it with the games I really, really, really want to play. And Forza never made the list, but I think I would probably like Horizon. I like Need for Speed more than I like Gran Turismo, and it looks good. It's a beautiful looking game, and it looks like it plays well. So I mean, I get mad, but Forza has always been a solid entry in Microsoft's quiver of games.
Right. And
you
you hit
play
on
Drive Club?
Drive Club.
Yeah.
I played it for maybe 2 days and said I'm done.
Why?
It's not arcade.
Oh, okay.
right, and that's what I was.
Arcade.
That's
Drive
what
Club
I
was
was.
sim.
Yeah, now that's what I was finna hit. I think that's why I don't get into the Horizons and all the others, because and I think it's one that they make that is kind of arcadey. Is this the one, or is it the other?
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, this is the
Okay,
one arcade.
and that might be what's intriguing to me about this one, is this is the more arcadey one, because what draws me into Need for Speed, I don't even care about the races. I like getting on the chases with the cops and just causing as much ruckus as I can cause to get many cops as I can get chasing me, to see if I can how long I can avoid them before they catch me. I like that. And that would keep me playing for about an hour or two, just jumping in, knocking over stuff, running over things, just to cause commotion to get the cops to chase me, or speeding past them to get them. And then you start hearing all the people over the thing telling you, now you at this level, you at that level, and they sending more and more cops. They trying to blow your tires. That keeps me engaged outside of the racing. And
Okay, so you want to play Gran Turismo? Okay. I mean, sorry, GTA. That's what you want to play.
well, I mean, they added it, but no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's fun doing that, and that's enough to keep me engaged outside of the main. Well, that is the mainstay with Need for Speed. But like, if they added
some Need for Speed,
yeah, if they added that into games like these with those graphics, but you had some, like, if you I don't know if it's in there or not, so y'all correct me. But if you sped past a cop, are you getting chased in a Horizon? Are you getting chased in a Forza?
No.
And see,
I never experienced that.
all right, that'd be dope to me if they would add elements like that, especially to this one, since it's not as sim as the other entry. And because I remember buying Gran Turismo, man, and building up the car and building up the stats and putting new engines. I was like, bro, after about 10, 11 races. I was like, you know what? I'm not here for this chore. This is not it, So I was kind of done with it. My one of my boys got me on to Gran Turismo watching him, and I started playing it. And I was like, no, bro, I can't. I got to put another engine in here to pass this particular race. I got to put new struts on it. I'm like, I'm good. This is a chore. I'm good. And that's what made me avoid these games. But this game looks amazing to me. I'm sorry. This one looks really good. Now, you really think it looked better than Turismo, K-Bon?
Man, Forza has passed Turismo a while ago.
Let me pull up Turismo real quick. Let me hold on.
Definitely, I know definitely the main Horizon Forza titles have passed it because their details was just much better, and their use of even the latest one, their use of I guess this one, their use of ray tracing was better than the video that Gran Turismo showed on the PS5. I watched the Digital Foundry kind of break it down. I was like, yeah, I can't disagree with that. It does look better.
So they haven't even came out with Gran Turismo 7.
No, but
coming
they showed it right in one of the showcases. They actually showed it.
Okay.
So it's a video for both. Both have been showed, the Forza and the Gran Turismo.
Is
So
it
they did show
7
the
or is it
video of it.
Sport? Which one is it? 7 or Sport?
Ooh, 7. I'm looking at.
Okay, 7. So let me pull it up. They got some. Okay, let's look at this, man. This PlayStation.
I think you won't get the same vibe though because Horizon is open world.
Right. I mean, I'm agree with K-Bum. What I've seen between the two so far, but we haven't really seen. Have we seen real actual gameplay? Have we seen that yet from Turismo?
No, not for the new Gran Turismo.
Okay, so
Not for the new.
That's not a fair comparison.
My thing is the older Gran Turismos,
Yeah,
on the, like the
I got you.
PS4 and PS3 days. You can see the kind of the moment where Forza kind of took the reins away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm agreeing. So what I've seen between the two over the years, yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, if I had an Xbox Series X, I would definitely be buying not Gran Turismo, but Forza Horizon. What is it? Forza Horizon 5? Is that what
Yeah,
it's called?
yeah.
Okay, yeah,
That's
I'd
it.
definitely be buying that title personally. It looks fun. I don't know. It's been looking. I mean, when they were showing it and they drove up to the mural in I don't know if they was in Mexico or wherever they was. I was like, that was pointless. But I'm gonna be honest, sneakily and unbeknownst to y'all, I was really enjoying what I was seeing from Forza. So this ain't something I felt just after seeing this footage. I've been feeling this way about this game for a while. I like what it's doing. It looks fun. It's something I would do just for the pastime and just to relax. I throw that in and like Keith said, kick back and get some laps in and explore these beaches and whatever else they got to offer. So it's definitely a dope game to me. Anyway, so let's keep this ship moving because I don't want to keep us here forever. Let's go to this Grand Theft Auto and this trilogy. Let's pull it up here. And what y'all thinking, man? What y'all think about this? Are y'all enjoying the fresh upgrades?
So I don't have a personal relationship with Grand Theft Auto. Just a little history from me. So when I be quiet, they'll know why. The only I've only bought 2 Grand Theft Autos in my entire life, and that was the Chinatown Wars and 5. And I bought 5 twice. I bought it on the PS3, and then I bought it again on PC, of course, when they had the first person mode, because that's what I wanted to play. And I never beat any of those games. So I don't have a history. I saw my friend. I used to go over his house, and he'd be playing the old Grand Theft Auto games, and I watch him for a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. But I do think it looks good. I know a lot of people have been complaining, talking about it looks cartoony. I'm like, kind of always look cartoony, Like
Yeah.
you
That's
need to go
funny.
back in history and look at these games because maybe the stuff that they were doing in the games made you feel like, oh, this is realistic, but it's always been cartoony. It should be cartoony. You're going around murdering people for kicks. It needs to be cartoony. What are you talking about? So, but graphically, it looks amazing to me, and I probably will pick it up. We're talking about what, $20 a game? I might pick it up. And they said that they even increased the, not increased, but changed the controls to feel like Grand Theft Auto 5. So I kind of like it. I kind of like what I'm seeing. I appreciate the remaster as opposed to like a remake, and they try to make it as gritty and realistic as possible. So all those people who have nostalgia can still have it, but with a fresh coat of paint.
Okay.
So
No, Keith. I mean, not Keith, but I said your first and last name. D2K.
Um, I'm kind of in the same boat as Keith, where I don't really have any auto. I don't think I've even owned one my entire life. I think I had it for somehow I got it free on the Xbox, the Grand Theft Auto 5, and I don't think I even played it. So I don't playing it at all. But I'm looking at this here, and this remaster is definitely impressive in terms of what they've done. It looks really good. I mean, it wasn't just a fresh coat of paint. They really went back and remodeled some things, added more tessellation to cars, like the one scene where they showed a car. It looks like a completely different car. Yes, it's the same car. That's how much better it looks, and they just did a really nice job to kind of hide what the game looked like before. Because one of the things that kind of irritates me is when people look at things from the past with modern day glasses and say, "Boy, this is so terrible." Well, this was cutting edge stuff when we first saw it.
Cutting edge.
And 30 years from now, people will look at stuff that we think is great and they'll say, "Oh, it's just that looks terrible." It reminds me of that scene from Back to the Future 2, where he's in the cafe, the 80s there's a cafe, and these two kids they're gonna fire up the old Wild Gunman arcade machine. And he's like, "Watch this, kid. I'm a crack shot at this." And he's like, "Pow, pow, pow, pow." And they're like, "You mean you have to use your hands? That's like a baby's toy." He's looking at them like, "Really? What?" So but yeah, it looks nice. And I guess for people who have connections to Grand Theft Auto, probably Biden have fun.
Go ahead, Mr. Bomb.
Mr. Bomb. Okay, that's a new one on me. Um, yeah, I am also not a Grand Theft Auto player. It's funny. I forgot. I think I rented Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS3. Yeah, I think I rented that. And it's funny because I spent all of my time doing the car races challenge. That was funny. I don't really think I did too many missions. I just did the online piece, and I was just car racing like I was Need for Speed. Definitely not the resident GTA guy. But I mean, I've played a couple. I think I've played all of them actually, but never actually owning any of them. Just played them because either someone was in the dorm room playing it, or somebody went to someone's house and they were playing it. You can go over anybody's, or meet anyone at one point in time. They were playing Grand Theft Auto. So I've played all of them, but never been that big of a fan. Not an open world type of guy. But what they're doing here, I mean, everyone's in on the remaster kick and taking those games and giving them a new spice and new look for the new crop of gamers. And so it's not like they're giving them crap games. These games were game of the years, or runner ups when they came out. So I think it's good. But one thing that I did find interesting was that, correct me if I'm wrong, is this the first time GTA is on Nintendo?
no,
Not well. Yes and no. No,
Okay.
technically, but the mainstay Grand Theft Autos, yes.
Yeah, I
So
mean the Grand Theft Auto open world games.
yeah, the one that they put on the which one was it? The 3DS? Was it the 3DS?
3DS, yeah.
was
Super
China.
DS.
Was it Chinatown? China something?
Chinatown. Okay,
There
okay.
was one on a regular DS too.
Was it? It was
Yeah.
it was a one that
Over the
was
top.
over the top based off of the
Yeah.
original, what the
Hmm.
original ones, and then but
Yes,
those new
I did
ones
know
on the
that.
yeah, those new ones on the PlayStation that gained notoriety on the PlayStation. What, two? Was it the two that
One and
one
two.
and two?
Because I think
Those,
three was on one.
yeah, those
No,
never.
was it one? Yeah,
Three was,
no,
yeah,
two.
three was. It was two. I think it was two.
Yeah, I think it was two. Yeah.
Okay, those never came to a Nintendo system. So they
Well,
when they
no, the original Grand Theft Auto was on Game Boy Advance.
the original. I mean, yeah, the original.
Oh, top down.
Top down. That's what I said. That's why I
Top
said the
down.
original top down. I'm talking about the ones that were that kind of that whole went a whole different way with the open world 3D. The ones that came on the PlayStation, those never came to a Nintendo. So that's what I was
No,
saying.
no.
So the original
Yeah.
top down one, yes, and then the Chinatown, yes. But so that's why I
Okay.
said yeah, but
Okay.
no
Yes
because
and no.
these, yeah, yes and no. So uh, I'm like y'all. I'm gonna be honest. Back in the day, I refused to play Grand Theft Auto because of what it represented in my book and the senseless shooting and sex and everything. I was,
Beat
I'm being honest with you. I was trying
Level
to,
didn't like beating hookers.
yeah. I'm be honest with you. It wasn't that I didn't want to play the game. I did. I was curious. Of course, you're gonna be curious about a game pushing the envelope like a Grand Theft Auto pushed it. Anybody will be intrigued enough and curious enough to see what it's about. But I just refuse to buy into it. My boys would play it. I watch them play it. I watch my boy Derek drive around, running over everything and putting the codes in and having unlimited bullets and I just didn't understand the point because it seemed like people was there more for, and it's what Keith said. People was there more for that than the actual game and story. Not to
Right.
say that they wasn't beating the game. They was really there just to shoot up people, find hookers, and do that type of stuff. And
Let's be honest. People are basically living out their fantasy.
right. So I was like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna give my money to that. But my first Grand Theft Auto that I actually bought was 4. Because I thought 4, I don't know, it kind of really pushed the story in a way that the other ones I never really watched. The other ones always promoted that aspect of the game. Whereas 4 seemed to be promoting the story and in the world and you being this person. So I bought it and you didn't. And I realized you don't even have to get into all those aspects. There is actually a game under all the nonsense if you want a compelling experience. But I didn't buy 5. I was like, I didn't finish 4. It was long. It was drawn out. I remember having to go heist these cars and pull it in so they can strip them down. And I was doing I was enjoying the game, but I was like, I'm not buying 5. So I never bought 5. So I've only owned one Grand Theft Auto. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I will be buying this one, even though it's on the Switch now, and that's cool. They have at it. I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I'm not saying I won't, but I'm not saying I will either.
For
Anyway,
the same reasons.
no, because I missed that moment. I might down the road. I might get curious enough to see what them games was about because I'm seeing it now that they're promoting the actual game and not the nonsense that was the craze back in the day. I'm seeing that there's actually a game here with a storyline that might be interesting. I just know I probably won't finish it. That's the main reason I won't buy a kid.
That's a good point though.
I probably
that
won't
backlog.
finish it. Yeah, I probably won't finish. I'll probably get into it, do a few little missions, and be like, you know what, I'm good. I'm done. So, and that's my fear because like I said, I didn't finish 4, and but I was enjoying it. But the same thing with the other game that by Square Enix with with the Chinese mafia. What was the name of that game? Uh,
Uh, uh, oh, I know what you're. Watch not Watch Dogs.
no,
Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping Dogs. That's a
Yes.
man. By the way, that's way better. Well, I can't say it's way because I never
No,
played.
the combat. You're right. The
The
combat in
game
that
is
game
better,
is. Whew, that's a
and
good game.
it was a great game. It's an excellent game. And what happened to me is all my data erased. That's why I didn't finish that one. But if they make another one of those, oh yeah, I have it. I have. But Grand Theft, I've never got it. I was tempted to buy 5, even the remake on the PlayStation 5, and I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not. I've had 3 systems to buy this game on. I'm not buying it now. I'm good. I missed that moment. So if they make another one and it looks compelling, and Keith, I mean, you hit it too. I just feel, I don't know. I might be wrong. It might be the God in me. I don't know. I just be feeling like, do I really want to buy this game? Do I really want to promote what? I guess what it always has been still kind of like, I don't know if I want to support it, but I know it's not really that. But that's what's promoted the most about the game. So, but I don't want to rob it of being a great game because I'm pretty sure, and I know I've seen it. It's a great game under all that, all the other stuff that gets promoted about the game. There might be an actually great game there that I may have never experienced because I was too turned off by all the other stuff. And that's me. You know what I'm saying? That's legit on my end. Any other thoughts? Don't leave me out here hanging.
I think
Y'all.
I'll say this one last thing. I don't know. Like when I did play GTA 5, and the same way with you, all of my data got erased, and I was like, well, that's that. Not going back and playing that because it was a chore.
Right.
Playing with all 3 of them characters, and Trevor was cool. Just to talk about GTA 5, but he was cool to play the crazy man. But to me, the story and doing the missions, they have enough meat to them. I was just so happy to get back into the open world and just have my freedom and do whatever I wanted to do. And I think that's why a lot of people play those games. You take out all the open world, is Grand Theft Auto still a good game? Now, that's another topic. We don't have to talk about it, but I don't think the actual campaign or the story of those games are as strong without the open worldness. My opinion.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
but
okay.
that's the whole. I get what you're saying, but the whole selling point was to not do the campaign. I
Right.
agree with what you're saying, but we can
Right.
do
Yeah,
other
that's what I'm
stuff.
saying.
Like you can go and work your character out and get muscles.
That was San Andreas, wasn't it?
San Andreas, or
Yeah.
you can go find out because everyone keep telling you there's a Bigfoot on this map, or you can go and actually gamble your money away, or you can do street racing, or you can, actually rob a bank, or you can take a helicopter and fly
Man,
until you can do that glitch
just
in the map. Like
filth,
what's the story?
filth, I'm just messing.
He said the feel.
The filth. No, I was playing, but no, man, and that was the whole thing. That's kind of what turned me off. Like, not that it was. I'm not gonna sit up and say it wasn't tempting. I was like, but I don't want to give in to that because that's all my boy Derek, my boy John B, John Brown, all of them. That's it. That's all they would be doing. Every time I come over there, they flying planes. Hey, look at this. They be flying planes, stealing planes, heisting cars. And that was the appeal. And I felt like, now I don't want to. I know this might be cooler than Mario Kart. This might be cooler than whatever else I was playing at the time. I'm good on that. I don't think I want to give into the allure of that at that time. That's where I was on. And I'm still on that to this very day. But I'm not saying that Grand Theft hasn't grown out of that a little bit. But it still is primarily that. But it has grown up a little bit. So I'm not going to say I'm opposed to modern Grand Theft Autos. I didn't ever want to bring it in my house because what could I say if I was telling my son not to play Grand Theft Auto and here I am, I'm playing it. Like, I would look like the
Do what
biggest
I say,
hypocrite.
not what I do.
Yeah, so, but that China, what is it? China, you said China
Chinatown
Chinatown.
Wars.
That game right there, and it had all the same stuff in it, but it was different because you're an undercover cop trying to infiltrate the Chinese mafia. It's different, and so there's a level of it that it has purpose behind it. Whereas in Grand Theft Auto, you are legitimately a criminal doing criminal things, and you might discover that this person ain't really that bad. Or they might just be in bad situations, but it's still based around criminal being a
Activity.
criminal. And whereas Chinatown, you a cop trying to take down this syndicate, but you starting to kind of lose yourself in the process. And I think that's a little bit more intriguing for me to jump into a type of game like that rather than, hey, just make me a dope dealer and most of the time I'm gonna be heisting and shooting and killing and sexing and everything else. And I just couldn't. I wasn't there for it at the time. Anyway, I'd call me an old.
That's one of
phone.
that's kind of thing that kind of attracted, I should say attracted, kept me interested in Yakuza game, because that's kind of the same idea, is that you obviously are part of the Japanese mafia, the Yakuza, but the main protagonist, Hiro, he has a sense of honor, he has a sense of morality, and he carries that with him throughout the entire series, and he has standards that he upholds, and he will not do
Right.
certain. He doesn't go around killing people for no reason. He defends people who need to be defended, and you can do all the crazy stuff outside of the main mission. And even after you beat the game, you can still keep playing it forever, doing all kinds of side missions and stuff. But you don't feel too bad about playing the character of playing as a quote unquote criminal, because you see where he comes from, and you see there's a reason why he's doing the things that he's doing, and how he really is a decent person underneath all that. And there's a lot of storytelling that's very compelling in the entire series of Mary, lots of different characters. So
Hmm.
it fits that mold, and you can, when you actually, you can try to make the game be what you want it to be.
Right.
Talking about Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, I'm like I said, I wanted to play five. There was enough intriguing things about the story that made me look past the negative aspects of the game. Not that this is not in other games that I've played, but I got standards, I got limits, I got boundaries. Like Doom, I couldn't do Doom no more. Devil May Cry, I was like, I'm done with this game. I can't do this no more. And I just got those kind of limits to where I'm like, is Grand Theft Auto One, has it gotten to a place to where I can take that off? I don't know. I might have to try one just to see it. And I'll be like, no, I'm still on this. I'm still on the same tip with it. So, but no, I haven't. For as me as a gamer, I have rarely supported and bought into the whole Grand Theft Auto world, and that's just a standard and a stance that I've taken with it. So I don't feel like I missed anything, but I do. I am curious what transpired in five. But all the other ones I could care less about, to be honest with you. This one looks cool. The graphics looks good. Some of the characters I recognize from movies, so I'm seeing that there might be some cool stuff here. But hey, I may give it a go, but most likely not. So that's where I'm at with it. But it looks good though.
I wasn't completely honest. I did have Grand Theft Auto 4 on the 360, but I didn't. I
Yeah,
barely played it.
yeah, that's what I had
So
it on. I had it on the 360, and I played it. I played it. I got about, to me, if you get anything over 20 some hours in a game, you've been playing that game. And I had
yeah,
about 20 plus hours in it. So I had played it. I got pretty far. I remember I had to go pick up my girl and take her on a date, and we went downtown and walked around. And I was like, "Is this?" So if you're not doing all the crazy stuff, it ain't fun. So it's a chore. It's like Sims. That's what it is. If you so the appeal of the game is to do the nonsensical stuff. I remember I had to go kill this dude. I had to go murk him, and then we had to get away. So I went and I did the deed, took him out, and because I had to sneak up on him, had to follow him through all these alleyways. Then there was a high speed chase. I remember I got around the park area and I kept on messing up because it was this tight turn, and every time they'd shoot me down right there, so I kept having to do that part over. But so when you wasn't doing that type of stuff for me, I wasn't really there trying to do all just running down the street with my gun, just shooting everybody up. I was trying to play the game for the actual story. And like I said, it became real churry for me. And I was like, you know what, I picked you up for the last time. I get the call, got to answer the phone, tell her I'll be there in a little bit, got to go make this drop off over here, got to go over here and talk to this person over there. Then I got to make sure I go pick her up. And I'm good, man. This is chores. This is not.
That was inspired by somebody's real life.
Right, so I'm good. I got my own
I'm
woman
not.
up. I got my own woman upstairs. I don't need to go pick up one in the game. I'm good. So anyway, but yeah, so that was Grand Theft Auto the trilogy. But it is dope seeing this game come to Nintendo, and hopefully this is a look in what's possibly coming in the future. But again, Nintendo, if Nintendo don't do something about that power, as successful as the Switch is, I don't perceive Rockstar wanting to do all the work it would take to put Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Switch. It's easy to put this game on the Switch because the graphics work, but I want to see some of them newer ones come over to a Nintendo platform. And I don't perceive that's going to happen anytime soon until Nintendo is power can make it time worthy. But anyway, do we want to pick up this subject of we can talk about it real quick and we get out of here. So what do y'all think about this? The Nintendo, there's a lot of complaints with this new online. A lot of complaints around the fact that the emulation is not good. A lot of the games are missing assets and aspects about it. And they saying it's not worth the price tag. What are y'all thinking? Real quick. 'Cause we already said it wasn't worth it, so we ain't really got to stay on this long.
Nah, it ain't worth it. I'm looking at I just sent it to y'all in the chat too. It's the N64 versus the Switch versions of the game of Zelda.
Oh, okay? Let me pull that up.
Yeah, I just put it in chat. But yeah, Nintendo they got them again, and I say them because they ain't get me. They got them again, and now that the game is the emulator isn't even working. Like telling me that the people out here in the world is emulating games on PC is doing it better than Nintendo, and they charging you for it. That's crazy.
And yeah, it's clear that Nintendo didn't put no real for real. Nintendo is just trying to capitalize off of perceived nostalgia. That's it. I can do it because these titles are what you call proven titles, gold titles, nostalgic titles, and all we gotta do is show them Zelda or Ocarina of Time, show them 64, Mario, show them Banjo Kazooie coming and Majora's Mask coming, and they gonna and Sega and all the Golden Axes and everything else they got over there, and people are gonna just buy it in droves, which some did, and now they looking like, why do y'all let Nintendo do y'all like this? Sometimes you need to tell the good old Big N no. And on this one, it's a flat out no. The online is still trash. No, I'm serious. Like, I don't care. The online is trash. Until you fix your online, what's the point of me playing Mario 64, Mario Kart 64 online when your online is trash? Well, your online is not stable, and that's one of the issues. I'm trying to pull this up, but go ahead. So, no, it's a flat out no for me, all day, every day. No, I'm not giving you $50. Now, if Keith and D2K D2K until we get a Switch, if Mr. K Bum 20, who probably ain't seen a Switch in 2 years, want to get a family plan, and if we can get that down to $10. And we might need to talk, but until that happens,
I'll be honest with you. That sounds cool. That sounds like a smart idea. I still don't know what I'll be doing with it. I don't see the value in it at all. I don't see the point of me playing. Like I want to play Splatoon. I would love to get back on Splatoon, but I'm not paying you to play Splatoon, and then you give me all this other stuff that I've already played before. Like I was around. I was alive. A lot of these people weren't even alive when Zelda Ocarina of Time came out. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't do nothing for me. Maybe for them, they're like, oh, I get a chance to play that game. But when they go back and play it, they be like, I'm not playing that game. It's too old. So I don't know. Even if it was down to $10, I still don't see the value.
The thing that intrigues me the most about this is that Nintendo, they are the most ferocious and aggressive against piracy and against um, emulation of their games. They go at people right away. So they obviously know that people are doing it.
Oh man, I do not want to
So
play this game looking like.
so
Go ahead,
why
Keith.
in the world
Deku.
do they feel that people are going to pay for this when they know that people who already want these games have them already?
Man,
All of them, not just the ones that they decide to release. Every last one of the N64 games that look better than this for free.
Yeah, man, I ain't here for these
I don't
blocks and
get it.
this looks. I look, man. Sometimes nostalgia needs to stay in the past. Uh,
No, they just need to stop charging you for it.
or that like I don't see now.
All this stuff should have been packed in with the Switch. You
Right,
should have
and
got
that's
an
what I was just
online
gonna say.
Yeah,
I
you
was
should
just
have
gonna
got an
say.
online thing, and all these games should have been available day one for the Switch, as all these people who bought these games originally, then they bought them for the 3DS or the DS, and you bought them for the Wii Virtual Console, and you bought them on the Wii U, and now you ask them to buy it again. Come on, man.
And on
Level.
top of
You
that,
might as well go ahead and get that Grand Theft Auto because this is the biggest pimp in the industry right here.
I know.
Nintendo. You might
But
as well go and
Biggest
get Grand
pimp.
Theft Auto.
this is my thing though.
This is pimping right here, man.
It is, but this is my thing though. And they got the audacity to charge you $50 for both the Genesis controller and the N64 controller. I think the Genesis controller is what? Yeah, both of them are $50.
3
So
buttons, bro.
for three buttons here in the states, because I think over in Japan they give you 6 buttons in Japan, and here in the states they give you the 3 buttons for games that you like. So
Sure.
it is pimping. Like, why would I? Why would I want to play this game? I've been here. If I'm gonna play it, at least remaster it to a place to where, like, no, man, I'm good. I'm not finna give you $50 to play these games. I'm not like D2 said. It should have been a part of the package the whole time. We should not be paying more for this. This should be the basic progression of the offering. $20. Now we're giving you N64 games. Now we're giving you GameCube. Why are you charging us more for these titles? And it doesn't even look as good.
Bro, this game is remastered on the 3DS, and it's dead on the 3DS. I'm not gonna say dead, but it's isolated on the 3DS.
Right.
Like
And
they
that's
won't
what
give it to us.
Right. I thought that's what they was gonna do. But you know why, Keith? Because they'd come down the road and say, now we need to charge you another $5 because we're gonna give you the 3DS version of Ocarina. That's what they do. And it's like, bruh, y'all, man. I mean, man, some things can sometimes it can be too much of a good
Nintendo know how
thing.
to keep their pimp hand strong.
Don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, you right with that one, Keith. You was right. Because looking at this, no, I don't. I have so many fond memories of this title, right? But looking at this makes me like, I don't think I want to go back. I'm not going back to play that. I'm seeing triangles, squares, and rectangles, and the slash looks like a triangle. Like, no, Lord, I can't. No, my eyes have grown past this. So no, I will not be. No, I won't be. Let's, like I said,
They didn't even give us 10 more frames, man. They couldn't even give us 30 frames.
Keith D2, Keith and K Bum and somebody else in the chat want to go on some family plans. We get this thing down to $5, I might give it a shot. But I'm not. No, I'm definitely not giving them $50 for no Genesis games and some squares. And I already know my shapes. I know all my shapes. I don't need to go back to school. My kids, this will be good for my kids to play, so they can be like, "That's a triangle, Dad. That's a circle. Yeah, that is. That's exactly what that is." So,
You tripping?
I'm serious, bro.
Triforce.
Yeah,
That
like.
dude said. Dude tripping.
Well, my baby girls are learning they different shapes and colors and the ABCs and 1, 2, 3. So this might be a good game for them to play. We can point it all out. There go a rectangle. There go a square. There go a triangle. There go a circle. What you call that, Dad? Yeah, that's called, I don't know. It's blurry with all the fog blocking everything. So, no, I'm good. I am good on this. Nintendo, you can keep your online plus. I don't even want your online. That's how sad this is. So until you fix that, you would get nothing, not a dime from me when you're online. And that killed me playing Mario Kart. That has killed me playing all these games because I refuse to give y'all a dime for your online anymore. So if me and my babies ain't playing, I don't play Smash no more. None of them games getting played. The online is garbage. All the slowdown and hiccups and frame rate drop. Like, bro, I'm paying y'all. I go buy me some McDonald's apple pies and a Big Mac, and that do good with that $20. And get my girl some of them $3 bundles. We good. And get an ice cream on the side for that $20. I ain't giving that to y'all. Good. Grown man decisions here. Anyway, anything else y'all would like to add, or as we finish? I think we finished.
Are we done?
Are we done? I think we are. So, anyway, apologize for the drop. What I would do, I'll do this like I did the last time that happened. I'll put this in 2 episodes, and y'all will be able to watch 1 and 2. It'll be part 1, part 2, and they both did pretty good. So I don't foresee that y'all have those who come and watch later shouldn't have a big issue. But we'll be back, same place, same time, and I'm trying to improve this every more. So y'all like this layout? Y'all think this looks cool?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, I'll stick with it. I think it looked better than the little, and I could do it better. I'm gonna keep twerking and not twerking. I'm gonna keep tweaking. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna keep twerking. I'm gonna keep tweaking. I'm gonna keep tweaking this thing.
I gonna keep twerking it. Hey, keep twerking it, bro.
I'm gonna keep on tweaking this thing until we get it to where we want it. Don't forget to subscribe.
Odeon slip.
Continue to subscribe to the channel. We want to grow and share this amongst yourself. We're trying to grow things back to where we was, building this back up. And I know you got to be consistent to build that fan base back up. So that's what we're trying to do. Any final words before we get out of here?
This was a different podcast. We spent most of the time dogging Sony and Nintendo, and spent majority of the time talking up Microsoft. Very, very different podcast than we usually get the chance to do. But it's good to show that we're able to see the truth and give props where props are needed. So I enjoyed it.
I mean, that Forza look good, bro.
Switch online is trash.
That's Switch Online. It's absolutely garbage. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. I think Nintendo know they mess is garbage. And they should have never offered us 20. We should be just now being charged $20 for, if they gonna charge, they should have waited to now to be like, hey, we adding in 64 games and in these Genesis games, we're gonna charge you $20. And he still wouldn't have got it, but still, you could have asked it for $20. So, no, man. Until they, and this is where I'm at with it. Until they fix the actual online, give us voice chat in the box to where I ain't got to turn my phone on or turn on Discord or turn on Google Hangout or call my own friends on their own phone and talk on my phone plenty. Until we ain't got to do that type of stuff, I'm going to keep my little $20 right in my pocket. There is no reason I should be having to call my K-Bum actual phone number to play a game on Nintendo. I refuse to do it. His wife is not going to be talking, wait a minute, what? He does that on the game on the PlayStation. He got to call your phone. Yeah, Nintendo tripping. So
keep playing. My wife will dog your system. She don't play.
Yeah, she don't. Anyway, tell her I said what's up. But anyway.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So we're going to get on out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all tune in the next week, same time, same place. And we're going to keep doing this thing and being consistent. Till then, deuces. We are out.